Hello everyone. Hope you all are fine and doing well. It's me Sahar back to you guys again with yet another very interesting and thought-provoking video on the fear of speaking English language. So are you guys afraid of speaking the perfect English? In today's era of rapid language change, there is no perfect English. Whatever you speak would be considered as a variety of English, so there's nothing to be afraid of. My video today is going to focus upon xenoglossophobia. You know what is this term and what does it mean? Xeno means foreign, glosso means language, and phobos means fear. And together we can say it foreign language anxiety. And that has resulted as a feeling of unease, worry, nervousness, or apprehension using a second or foreign language. Thanks to globalization, that has led to the emergence of a new term, World Englishes across the globe. What are the World Englishes? World Englishes are actually the varieties of English that are used in diverse socio-linguistic contexts globally. What are the factors that have actually shaped this process? Socio-linguistic histories, we have multicultural backgrounds. Remember this term, multicultural backgrounds. This is the term which I'm going to focus upon in my upcoming videos further and in the later part of this video as well. So I was talking about socio-linguistic histories, multicultural backgrounds, and varying contexts. They have influenced the use of English in different regions of the world. So as a result of this language shift, as a result of this language variation, language change, where different languages across the globe have come in contact with one another, we can see the natural phenomena emerging. What are those phenomena? Those that were previously considered as a sin by the traditional grammarians. Now they are the point of study for modern linguists. So what are those phenomena? We can see code switchings, we can see code mixings, we can see lexical borrowings, collocations, all those things. And if you want to analyze these processes where one language is naturally overlapped or naturally mixed or naturally borrows the term from another language, you can see this phenomena very frequently in Dawn newspaper. So I would suggest you to read Dawn newspaper on regular basis. So when languages come in contact with one another as a result of globalization, as language shift or language variation is seen in accordance with the multicultural backgrounds. So you can see that we have new emerging varieties of English which are far away from the previous traditional varieties that were considered very important. We have Indian English, we have Chinese English, we have Pakistani English or Pinglish, we have Singaporean English. So how do these varieties differ from the accurate variety or the standard variety of English? They differ according to the words they borrow, the words they overlap with from the other language. And as a result of this interaction, you see, language is like water. It sweeps from one culture to another culture. And as a result, we can see that yes, there is no perfect English. If you speak a certain variety, you need not to be worried about. Let's talk about the second important thing, that is the factors. Factors that lead you to the fear of speaking English. Number one is that you might have been a student of old-fashioned schooling systems. What were those old-fashioned schooling systems that still focus on grammar translation methods? They focus more on drilling grammars with no importance on the context. These methods may give you knowledge about the language. They cannot tell you how to speak. Context is something very important in giving meanings or in assigning meanings to your messages. Let me give you one very fine example on the importance of context. There is a lexically ambiguous sentence. Oswald's shooting is remembered. Now this is an ambiguous sentence. You don't know whether Oswald shot someone or Oswald was shot at by someone. So in this case, the context is something which will assign importance and meaning to the sentence. Second important sentence is, he loves going to the bank or he visits the bank often. We don't know whether it's the river bank or it's the bank. Where do you extract money from? So, until and unless you have the context, you cannot interpret the meaning of the sentence. You cannot deny the importance of context, and in this aspect, grammar translation method has failed. So, why you are afraid of speaking English? What has made you think so? You might often think that yes, people may mock at you because of your wrong pronunciation or because of your wrong selection of some vocabulary term. There is a general bias against the non-native speakers that I can understand. But you need to understand too that there is a natural difference between native and non-native speakers of English. Due to the vocalization process, their vocal cords are not trained that way. So there is nothing to worry about. We are worried about speaking English because English is the language of the powerful, language of the economy, and Chinese is replacing it gradually. So you can say that if non-native speakers of Urdu are not able to speak Urdu that way, so we do not generally consider this thing important. But if we cannot speak English perfectly, we get afraid of it. We are afraid of the consequences we have to face. The language of the powerful is a powerful language. Because of the growing needs of English in all domains, sociolinguistic domains, you have a lack of self-confidence. And why there is a lack of confidence? You can think, what if I forget a word? What if I stammer? What if I forget a vocabulary word, if I am unable to use a vocabulary word that is well suited to the sentence? So if you keep on thinking on these things, the results are worse. This can lead you to overthinking and leading you to future anxieties. Let me tell you, nobody else other than you can sort it out. Yes, there are therapies to sort it out, and we have two very important therapies. We have cognitive behavioral therapy. As the name suggests you, that has something to do with the cognition. This theory states that the fears that are related to speaking any foreign language or non-native language, these are the fears that are rooted into the parts of our brain, such as amygdala and prefrontal cortex. So these fears can be sorted. Now, how you can sort them out? You need to face your negative and limiting thoughts, and you need to swipe them away with more positive ones. Now, this is something, remember this point. Number one, you need to analyze those fears and you need to face them. Your negative and limiting thoughts, swipe them away with more positive one. This point is something I'll be assigning you homework for this point. You need to think, what's the root cause? What has triggered my fear? Now, there can be reasons for that. Has someone ever laughed at your mistakes? Or possibly a low test grade or low test score? Or one of your teachers might have humiliated you because of your wrong pronunciation? So, replace your negative belief with a more positive one. You can think, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. Take a deep breath and tell yourself, yes, I can do it. Keep telling, and you will gradually feel the change. Lift yourself up. Nobody else other than you can lift yourself. The power is in your hands. Nobody else can do that for you. So, take a deep breath and tell yourself, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. Keep telling, and this will become something natural for you. You will feel motivated. You will feel elevated. But persistence is required. Don't lose heart. This is the world of survival of the fittest. You know Darwin's theory, Charles Darwin's theory of survival of the fittest. Only those species survive which are better adapted to their environment. Those who do not follow this process of adaptation, they become dead and they decay with the passage of time. So if you want to survive, you have to be the fittest. Surround yourself with positive people. This is something very important. You know, positive people, they give you positive vibes. And then you feel encouraged, you feel motivated. They tell you that yes, you can do it, rather than highlighting your mistakes, rather than mocking at you. You know, even doctors have to keep learning about the new researches and new therapies in the world of medical sciences because learning is a lifelong process. It goes on. Scientific technology is undergoing rapid advancement, and this is something they need to work upon because they have to survive. And in order to survive, you have to undergo the process of adaptation. Okay, then, the second important therapy is confrontal therapy. As the name suggests, it talks about confronting a situation that causes you anxiety rather than running away from that. Remember, cognitive behavioral therapy talked about replacement. First of all, facing your negative and limiting thoughts and then replacing them with positive ones. Now, this confrontation therapy, it focuses on confrontation. That is, rather than running away with a situation that causes you anxiety, you need to confront it. You can be mentored by a coach or join a supportive group that will provide you a safe environment. And this safe environment will definitely provide you a space to experiment and make some mistakes. And you know what is the importance of making mistakes? It is through the mistakes you learn. It is a natural way towards learning. So confront a more challenging situation to overcome your fear of English. Remember, one's mind never disappoints him or her, but you can never truly experience this until and unless you put yourself to test. And trust me, when you will confront a more challenging situation, your fear regarding English speaking will be gone. Now let's move to the difference between speaking and talking. They have almost similar meanings. They are often equally appropriate, but there are slight differences in their usage, and these differences are very important to focus upon. We use speak when we are talking about something more formal, that is, formal speeches and formal situations. We use speak when a person in authority is addressing the audience. That is, more focus is on the speaker when a person in authority is addressing the audience. And the people that are involved in this communication, they don't know each other very well. Let me give you an example. The president spoke to the nation on television. We cannot say that the president talked to the nation on television. The president spoke to the nation on television. President is the person in authority and he's addressing the audience. And second important thing, the president and the nation, they don't know each other very well. Thirdly, we use speak when more focus is on the speaker. For example, in the presentation, they spoke about the importance of a healthy diet. We use this word speak while we are referring to the languages. For example, how many languages do you speak? We cannot say that how many languages do you talk. We say he speaks English or she speaks English very well. We don't say that he talks English very well. Another important use is when we are referring to the person on the telephone, we use this term speak. For example, it's me, Sahar. Who is speaking? We cannot say who is talking. Now let's move to the usage of talk or talking. We use talking when the focus is not on the speaker but on the conversation. Unlike we used the word speaking, because we use speaking when the focus is on the speaker and the speaker is somebody in authority. But we use the word talking when the focus is on the conversation. And it indicates that there is at least one listener and there is potentially a conversation. For example, I would like to meet you to talk about my proposal. I cannot say I would like to meet you to speak about my proposal. No. Second important thing, I told you that talk is used when there is at least one listener and there is potentially a conversation. Can we talk about our upcoming meeting? We cannot say can we speak about our upcoming meeting. So this was all for today, but this video still has a second part. And you should stay tuned to watch that, in which we will discuss how to overcome the English speaking anxiety. Right now, I have discussed only a few strategies related to this, but in my upcoming video, we'll talk in detail the 15 important steps with exercises that will really be very effective in sweeping away your English speaking anxiety. And definitely, I'll help you out with some exercises too. Till then, what you are going to do is to stay tuned, subscribe my channel. And third important thing, there is a homework for you, like we usually assign to the kids. So what you are going to do, this is the homework for you. You need to work upon it. And remember, don't consult Google. Consult your own mind. And then definitely you will feel the difference. I will be waiting for you guys. Please don't forget to mention what changes are you going through, what change are you feeling in you. Thank you. Stay well, stay happy, stay blessed, stay tuned and subscribe my channel till I upload the second part of this video. Thank you very much.